Hi everyone. In this short video, I'm going to talk about Islamic law. There are three topics that I'm going to address. First, the position of law in Islamic teaching. Second, the importance of law in Islamic teaching. And third, the definition of Islamic law itself. So, to understand the position of law in Islam, we need to start from knowing more general term, which is the term Sharia. Islamic law actually is only one aspect of Sharia. What is Sharia? Sharia is usually defined as God's path or God's rule, or in another word, we can say Sharia is Islamic teaching itself. Sharia can be classified into three aspects. First, theology. It is about six pillars of Islam, which are belief in God, belief in prophets, belief in angels, belief in holy books, belief in the day of judgment, and belief in destiny. Second, ethic. Ethic regulates how you should behave toward people. For example, your parents, your neighbor, your friends, or including how you should behave toward people from different sex. It also deals with interiority. It teaches you how to be patient, gratitude, grateful, fear toward God, perseverance, and etc. The last aspect of Sharia or Islamic teaching is law. Law deals with practical aspect of everyday life of Muslim. The importance of law in Islamic teaching. Islam is defined or well known as orthopraxic religion, meaning a religion that very much emphasizes on practice. That's why it's no wonder law is perceived as the most defining facet of Islam. Law is considered as the primary religious science in Islam. Islamic law deals with practical questions that Muslims encounter in daily basis. What do I do in this situation? What is Islamic law in this issue? Is it permissible? Is it or by contrast prohibited to do such a thing, to consume such a food or drinking? Islamic law is just very broad. It deals with ritual and human relationship. For example, in the early morning, when you wake up, you have to perform prayer, dawn prayer. How you do it, how you do cleaning, ablution before you start praying. But it's not only about ritual, it's also about how you deal with a system. For example, Islamic law uh, also answer a questions about what is Islamic perspective of dealing with interest. For example, uh, you are a Muslim living in non-Muslim country, you have a saving in a bank, and there is an interest in this system. Is it permissible to interact or to be a customer in such a bank? If no, how if you don't have any other choices? And then what is Islamic law? How do we define Islamic law? It comes from the Arabic word fiqh. So Islamic law equals with the Arabic word al-fiqh. This is the most this is uh, the most known word by Muslim. Al-fiqh etymologically means understanding, and the word the word fiqh is defined differently in different time. In another word, the definition of word fiqh evolved over time. In early Islam, it includes every religious knowledge, including theology and ethics. But since the 3rd century of Islamic period, it refers to something specific. So what it is? What is Islamic law? Islamic law is the body of law derived from Islamic sources, namely Quran or God saying and Hadith or the Prophet saying. It regulates all aspects of Muslim life. One questions: how is Islamic law different from Western system of law? There are two answers for these questions. In the first place, the scope of Islamic law is much wider, since it regulates an individual relationship not only with one's neighbor, with the state, which is the limit of most other legal system, but also with God, with one's own conscience. Ritual practices such as daily prayers, salah, almsgiving, or zakah, fasting, or siyam during the holy month of Ramadan, and pilgrimage or Hajj to Mecca are integral part of Sharia law or Islamic law and usually occupy the first chapters in the legal manual. In the second place, Islamic law comes from interpretation to Islamic scriptures, meaning Islamic law has a divine aspect, while in the Western sense, law is a secular or a product of human cultures. That's for today. See you in the next meeting. Bye bye.